In this video, I'm going to do a review on Reazeal Pro Acrylic monomer and acrylic powder. It actually comes in a nice, attractive box, very pleasing to the eye, bright colors. It's very nice. Now this monomer, the bottle is very nice, but look at this. Look at what this has. This is what I love about this bottle. I wish they all came like this. That right there, that is so easy to use. You just squeeze it into your little monomer dapping dish there, and it's easy. And it comes in 4.05 fluid ounces. That's amazing. A little more than what a normal starter kit would come, but it actually looks bigger than that. It looks like there's more in there. I'm surprised, but that's how it scales with a normal size computer mouse. That's pretty good. This kit also comes with a 1-ounce jar of clear acrylic powder, and I'm always looking for a product that's so clear that you can literally see through it. And there's a white, also 1 ounce, and a really pretty pink. That is a very pretty pink. It's a little pale on the camera, but it's a little more extreme than that. It's very nice. These forms, they're just as good as any forms. You can totally use these. I actually have some that I like to use on my shorter nails. If you want a longer nail, get longer forms. I really like how easy these are to peel off, and they're very sticky, which is a great thing. They stick to my gloves very easily. Like all the forms, they have that little circle, the dot in there, and you actually use that to strengthen the nail form. If you feel like you push harder for some designs or structures, you kind of need that strength. And some people rip that there. I usually do. Just do it right off the bat. So what you need to do with these forms so that they don't bend when you're trying to put them on is pre-shape them. You just roll it around in between your thumbs, and then when you go to put it on a person or yourself, they're a lot more manageable that way. So that middle line there, you just line that up with the nail, with the middle of the nail. And sometimes there's like a thick piece of skin underneath the free edge of the nail. So here's a trick I show you to do, and this is a lot of forms. This isn't it just takes a few extra seconds to do this, but it makes the form go on a lot better, and it's not it's closer to the side walls so that you don't have product spilling through, and it's a lot more snug and secure when you put it on the person. You just take your little scissors, snip off a little, not even a V shape. It's like very subtle, not extreme. Just a little bit of a make more room for the skin under the nail kind of thing. You place it directly, center it. And since I'm using a practice finger, I'm going to pinch the end first, and then I'm going to put it on the nail. But on a person, it's easier to actually do it all at once. They can hold their own finger. But this, I need 2 hands, so just make sure it's secure. Flip those little flaps over, and you want the nail, the edge of the nail, to be flush with the form, because you don't want a bunch of product getting underneath. So when you start this out, if you want it to be clear, if that's something you're concerned about, you make sure that it's very wet. The bead can't be really dry. It has to be easy to move around. If there's any bubbles, if you see any bubbles, just pat them out. You can do that with your brush. But this, I mean, I didn't have to try to get this clear. It's amazing. Make sure you brush that down and blend it with the with the free edge, so when you apply your next bead, it's not going to be all clumpy and show like a ridge. You don't want that to show if you're doing a clear nail. Shape the sides, makes it better for the filing. You don't have to work so hard. Filing can be quite the chore. Now I'm going to apply the clear to the nail bed. Gently push it back, hold the nail down, gently push it back, wipe it down the sides. Blend it towards the free edge of the nail. And there you go. Now to tell that it's cured, you can take your nail brush. That's what I usually use. Tap it on there. If you hear a thunk, it's not. It's like a rubbery sound. You have to hear like a clicking sound. Take that form off. If you're doing this on a person, be very careful because it can irritate somebody. It might hurt a little. You squeeze it and you gently pull it off. For the filing, I have my go-to is a 100 to 180. I start with the 100. It's a more coarse grit, and then I can use the 180 after that. It just depends. People have their favorite files that they use, but this is my go-to. Get the sides. When you're doing around the cuticles, just go into a circular motion. It spares the cuticles of the person. You don't hit the skin as much. If you're going side to side, it could cut. I just do a gentle circular motion, and then you just get your own filing system down. Everybody has their own way, their own technique. There's certain ways that you shouldn't file. You'll learn because you'll find out that something went wrong in your filing and it makes the nail look funny. When you're doing the free edge, if you want a square, you hold your file straight across. If you want it to be more rounded, you hold it kind of downward at a slant. So for buffing, these buffing blocks are great. I start with the medium coarse on there, the medium grit. Get the bigger scratch marks off if there are any. Make sure you get underneath the nail, and then I go to the finer grit and get all the rest of the scratch marks off. You can just jump to the finer grit if you want to. It's just like I said, you get your own way of doing it. I'm going to use a lint-free wiping cloth with some alcohol. Make sure it's lint-free. You don't want a bunch of lint left on there. Wipe underneath because you want it to be clear. Wipe all around the fingers. Get it all off of there so that you're not getting bits in your top coat or your other products. In this case, I'm just going to use a clear top coat, no wipe top coat, so you don't have to wipe this one. And I'm going to show you just how clear this product is. So make sure you do underneath with the gel also. It helps make the whole thing more clear. If you don't, it's just going to look a little more cloudy. I think usually it's better if you do both. But look it. You can totally see in detail through there. It's beautiful. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.